Hi, I'm Steve Jarvis, and you can check me out on howtowithstevejarvis.com, and there's multiple videos on there to help you in your everyday life on construction projects to meat processing, all different types of things on there. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the tools you're going to need if you're going to make trim. I've showed you the cedar post here we've got holding the bathroom, and I showed you the other side. But one thing you want to do is you want to go to the store and you're going to buy tools that are very, very good. Don't buy the cheap stuff. You want to buy, I like this DeWalt planer, and when you're using that for planing down the back side, when you plane the trim down on the back side, that's what it'll look like. It's very, very smooth. It's easy to operate, easy to change the blades on. It's very powerful. Really, really good tool. So you're going to need a DeWalt planer. The other thing you're going to need is you need a good chainsaw. Now, you don't need to go buy the top of the line. Steel is the #1 chainsaw for me. When you use a steel chainsaw, the power it has, this is, it's not a professional grade, it's a farm and ranch grade. So that's what you do. Don't buy the home owner style chainsaw, but the farm and ranch grade is a really, really good saw. What we also did too is this steel chainsaw here, we put a 16-inch blade on it, which makes it a little bit shorter. It actually runs a little faster. So it's really, really good for making trim. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a good skill saw. The two top skill saws that I like is the Makita and the Portacable. Those two, one of the main things, they have a good strong deck on the base of them, and that really helps you when you're making your own trim. And also too, to be able to see down into here where you can see your blade when you're making your trim. So it's really, those three items are the main three items you need to make your own trim. And you want to make sure that you're going to need the screwdriver that helps you to peel the bark off, but you don't want to scar the tree when you're doing that. This just kind of helps you to lay that up on really hard areas, like around where the knots are and things like that. The other thing I use is I use a pocket knife. This is a case pocket knife, and it's better than most any knife you can buy, and it's really good because you can get right underneath the layer, and as you're peeling it, you can peel the white layer. You want to do these trees while they're green, because when you do it green, it's a lot easier to use your knife and get it slick, and you can leave the dark spot and leave a little light in there. You can see where we left a little dark in here. So when you're making the trim, these are the main tools you need. And what you want to do too is when you're making your trim, like this one here, you can see this was the cutoff of another piece of trim. You want to save every piece like that, because we've skinned it down and it's cut. It has a perfect 90-degree angle on the base, and it works really, really good for just a piece of floor trim. So you can set that in there, so just don't throw any of that away. You can save it, and you can nail it up, and that covers your transition from your wall to your floor, so your tile looks really, really nice. And what you can do is just go to your local, buy local from your people that own the steel operators, and go to your stores to buy these tools. And check me out on howtowithstevejarvis.com, and this is how you make trim.